Welcome back, everybody. Today we are looking at the new Motiv Fatal Venom. If you like what we do, follow us on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. Don't forget to subscribe and check us out on Patreon. A big thank you to Jeff Miller and Ron Hoppy. Don't forget to check out Haley's Pro Shop in Burlington, Washington for world-class drilling and coaching. The Fatal Venom looks good and made a great first impression. Is it too early to say this will make my bag? Alright, well, let's dive in. We get another installment in the Venom line. I don't think Motiv will ever have a lineup without something with the Venom label on it. This time they released the Gear Core wrapped in the Infusion Pearl we raved about on the Supra. I fit the Supra in my mid-late category, and that puts the Fatal Venom in the mid-control slot. Straight out of the gate, I can see how versatile this ball is. When you're trying to warm up and get lined up and everything strikes, you get to know a ball. It's easy to show all strikes. It's another thing when every ball you throw strikes. The more important thing is seeing how the ball responds to different angles, breakpoints, speeds, etc. I usually test out balls pretty direct and then work through all of that, and it looked great from direct, responding just right to friction. As I kept moving in and adjusting angles, it just kept working. There was a point where I felt it had a limit, in terms of how much angle I can use, but then when I was editing video, I realized I was actually deeper than I thought. It worked quite well anywhere from basically the second arrow to just past the third arrow, without doing anything bizarre. It just worked. And that instantly made me feel like this is exactly the type of ball I'd want as my benchmark. Very controllable, understandable reaction, no surprises, no jumpiness, no weird underreaction. Just seemed to blend very well. This feels like it could be a superstar, kind of like the GT1 was, and that's high praise. Alright, and now I tested a bit with the two-hand style, and I really like the motion here as well. Granted, I have the same speed one-hand as two-hand with about 100 more RPM, which naturally means I have to be deeper. Here, between the fourth and fifth arrow was the sweet spot, but it was clean enough to get down lane and responded strongly but smoothly. I just liked the shape so much I wanted to keep throwing it. It kind of has that quintessential curl shape from Motiv, where it's not super quick off the dry, so it has that nice rounded transition, but one that you can still rely on. Alright, final thoughts. We've used the term house shot killer before, and while I do think the Motiv Fatal Venom will be that for many bowlers, I think it would do it a disservice to assume that means it won't work for sport shots as well. This is an area where I feel confident that smooth but strong control move will be effective on both house and sport shots. This ball is going to be a hit for Motiv, no doubt, and for good reason.